good morning, and welcome to yet another Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine Author Spotlight. We are taking center stage on the Own It publishing platform, and we have a wonderful guest. She's actually coming to us a second time. We're going to check on in with her. She's got some amazing stuff going on, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her on in. Come on in, Dr. Elizabeth. How are you this morning?
I am great, Miss Tiffany. Happy to be here.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm just so happy to have you here. So, everybody, I met Dr. Elizabeth. We were on the Sean Fair Leadership Experience Tour a little over a year ago. We were there in Detroit with some magnificent speakers on stage as well. And I got a chance to see this woman in action. I'm telling y'all, this is a powerful woman right here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get on into it. I just got to hear what's been going on with you since the last time that we spoke. So we talked to you back in January. So what's been going on since then?
Oh, my goodness, Tiffany. When you and I met, you're right, a year ago, September. Since then, things have taken off. First of all, I spoke again at the Leadership Experience Tour in February of this year. I have been on over a dozen virtual and live stages speaking about elevating your value. My story is about working in corporate and how I thought I was doing all the right things
Mm.
until my company told me, I guess not, because I ended up being laid off. And I have been sharing my tips and tools on how people can change the trajectory of their corporate experience because I was able to fully recover from that experience in 2016 of being laid off. So I have been sharing that story. I have been on podcasts, in magazines. I was just recently in the Savvy Business magazine. I want to shout out Melissa Ambers if she's out there.
Hey, shout out,
And
Melissa.
one important part was that also in the at the end of January, I got promoted on my job. I was so excited because that really helped me complete my story about how my tools actually work.
Yes.
I've also been, again, so much working with, again, another shout out to Shay Brown. I have been in
Shay.
his studio. I filmed the Making of an Entrepreneur. The
Yes.
first series will be coming out very soon. I was also there filming my online modules for my Appeal Academy coming soon. And I created my own platform called Elevating Your Value. I had the first summit in August, another one's coming in January. And I just got back from Chicago speaking live at a health and wellness retreat because as we're working in corporate America, it takes a toll on our bodies.
Yes, it
And
does.
my tools, again, help you move a little bit easier, which allows you to live your life and enjoy your family and all the things that you've been working hard on. And one last thing, I'm sorry, I got so many things. Oh,
That's
next week I'm
fantastic.
speaking live at SpeakerCon with Dr. Cheryl
Hey,
Wood. And
shout
from
out,
there,
Dr.
I
Cheryl
fly
Wood.
out to California to speak on another stage for a conference. So I've been busy, girl, trying to work
Woo.
and do all the speaking. Oh my goodness.
Okay, now look, we are on a fitness platform here, so I gotta ask because you are all over the place. You are just one of these trailblazers that's just got your hands in just so much. How do
Yeah.
you? What does your self care look like, Dr. Elizabeth? What do you
Well,
do
I
to just?
I just got into Zumba
Okay,
and HIIT. And Zumba's great because I can do it right here in my office. Everything we are streaming via band.
yes.
So I don't have to be on camera. I can have my hair looking, I don't know what. I can wear whatever I want and I'm just doing my thing. You got that good music and you're moving around. It's been great. And I've also been trying to do a little bit more on getting this midsection organized here. But I have to get better at sleeping. I know rest is very important, and they say the
Yes.
older you get, the more hours of sleep you need. So I will admit that's one area of opportunity because I've got so many things going on, and my mind is always continually thinking about what's next.
Yes.
But I have been great watching what I eat, trying to move around a bit here, still working from home. So that's been my self care routine for now.
Okay, okay. Well, look, we'll have to definitely turn you on to. I'm gonna shout out to Danetta Mooring in our group here in Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, because she is our sleep specialist and she can definitely help you to create what they call a personal sleep spa. Okay,
Okay.
so I will definitely get you in contact, because we need that sleep. We need at
Yeah.
least 7 hours of sleep, if not that eight. That's when we really start to run at that optimal level. I even know for myself, I'm up at 3 a.m., between 3 and 3:30, because that's when the hubby gets up. So I have to make sure that, 8 o'clock at night, I'm starting to. I mean, a lot of people laugh at me, but hey, you know what? You gotta get in. Just
Yeah.
try to get in that sleep. So that's awesome that you are being conscious and aware of that. So
Yes.
how has being promoted changed anything like pertaining to your business? Like, what has that done for you?
Yes. So the great thing about being promoted, one is that I can now complete my story. I can now show the audience members that even though you may feel defeated and deflated, if you keep
Mhm.
working the tools in the program, you can see that next level in your career. So that's been
Yeah.
great. And it also has allowed me to hone in more on the blueprint I share on the
Mhm.
steps and give a lot more critical detail on what I did, because it really was how I got from being unemployed to
Yeah.
employed, and then from employed to promoted. So I'm excited to continue to share my learnings. I call them the yups, because when I tell people these steps, it's not rocket science or new. And when people hear them, they're like, yep, I should have done that. Yep, I've heard that before. Yep, somebody else did it and it worked. Yep, I know I need to do it. So it's so fun to talk about the steps, because now I can say, here's what happened to me.
Yeah.
And now I have so many people on my calendar at work, in my business, who want to talk to me about what I did, because it's such a great need,
Yes.
especially for minorities who want to excel in corporate. We all can be
Definitely.
entrepreneurs. We all need something that we feel passionate about and brings us joy and
Mhm.
livelihood.
Mhm.
And for some of us, working in corporate is it. So I've
Right.
really been able to gather more ideas based on the challenges people have, and are able to offer solutions. And again, now I'm the face of what it could look like. So it's been great.
Okay. Oh, I love that. I love it. So we are going to cut for a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. I tell you, that commercial always makes me want to dance in my feet. Oh, thank you so much, Mupo Entertainment, for that fun one. So, what current projects are you working on? Because I mean, you're working on so much. So, what currently are you working on to bring to us?
Sure. First of all, I'm working on what I call a fourth quarter sprint.
Okay.
Right now is the time when people who work in corporate, especially, are probably working on their year end assessment. What did
Mm-hmm.
I do all year? How did it align to my particular goals I had as part of my performance for the year? And that's always a process people hate. I know I did too, because we're always so humble. And to go back and think about every single thing we did is a bit arduous. And the second piece of that is having a conversation with your manager about all of that. So I have a program, a bunch of videos I had done pertaining to how to create your self-assessment and how to have a conversation with your manager, regardless of what type of individual they are. Some
Mm-hmm.
love to give feedback, some are very cryptic, and some are in between. And I showcase the variety of manager types and what you can do to be successful in that conversation. I am also already into 2023. I am
Okay.
looking for speakers and always audience members for my next Elevate Your Value Summit. It will be January 26th through 28th. It will be all virtual. All the speakers are pre-recorded.
Okay.
Always looking for folks to talk about what they've done to elevate, tips, tools that they have been through to share with the audience. Also, from that, I am also created an Elevate Your Value 2-day intensive, where
Okay.
we will work together to customize your game plan to be able to move from wherever you are and elevate to your next. And that is
Nice.
actually this year, November 19th and 20th. It'll be a Saturday and a Sunday. We will dig in. It will be virtual, and I will help everyone work through their particular game plan. Also, I am working on a book anthology. I've been in, I'm counting them here, 4 book anthologies. I said, you know what? It's time for me to do my own. As I think about the struggles, especially women have moving up the corporate ladder, the
Yeah.
book is called Letters to My Corporate Sisters,
Mm,
Stories of Endurance, Elevation, and Encouragement. And
yes.
I want co-authors to write no more than 1,000 words, sharing what they've been through in a letter. It'd be Dear Sister, share your story and takeaways. And I want to have it finished and published in March for National Women's History Month to celebrate
Oh,
who we are and what we do.
yes.
So I'm looking for co-authors for that also. So that is everything. And trying to finish my own book, but everything
Yes.
is in front of all of that. But yes, that is all that I'm working on right now and still working full time.
Now, how do you do it all?
Again, it's no sleep, girl. But I shouldn't say that. I know how to, since I'm working, it helps be my silent investor into
Yes.
investing, having others assist me. So I have a production team who's working on all of my videos. I'm working now on partnering on some folks in the background to help produce the book. So I use resources
Wow.
that I paid for because I can't do it myself. I don't have
Right.
that kind of time, but I know the value someone with a better expertise than me would bring to my projects. So I am big on I'm fine and I need a tribe around me to support me. And that helps me get things done faster and does
Right.
get me a little sleep, just a little.
You need more sleep though. So I mean that it's so interesting that you say that because there's so many people out there that are trying to do it all, and it I know for myself, I can be that control freak, where I tend to want to do it all even though I don't know how to do it all. It's, kind of keeping it in there. So it's just really interesting that you have outsourced and it's really given you the freedom to grow even more
Yes.
because you have relinquished that power. So
Yes.
and
Definitely.
that's tough. It is tough,
It is.
it
Yes, it
can,
is.
can work on your ego a little bit and things
I
like
will
that.
still, I'll
So
give you everything, but if I have to do the first draft and just nitpick a few things, that's a whole lot better and faster. It really is.
right. Yeah. No, and it's great to have that tribe around you. So
Yes.
that is just so awesome. So what speaker topics are you looking forward to participate in your summit again?
Yes, so my Elevate Your Value Summit in January, I had a great variety of speakers last time because you can elevate from any part of your life. I had folks talk about elevating in their financial arena, how to
Mm-hmm.
create generational wealth, how to elevate from a trauma, and trauma could be physical or mental trauma.
Right.
So
Yeah.
every person's got a story where, of course, where they have been to where they are now, there's
Yeah.
elevation in there and
Mm-hmm.
every speaker's story would resonate. Most of the crowd was kind of half corporate, half entrepreneur. So I'm
Okay.
looking for anyone actually who's got a great story to share, but it's about the takeaways. And I'm doing it in
Yes.
January because history shows that people abandon their resolution after
Mm-hmm.
only 39 days. So doing this summit at the end of January will give people a little bit more, more motion,
Yeah.
some inspiration to say, don't abandon your goals quite yet. Give it some time. You need some more tools, information. And I'm hoping and I'm sure that my speakers will bring that to the audience.
Yes. And see, everybody has to understand that, everyone has a story.
Mhm.
And it's better to stand on that story and let it, as you say, elevate you than to stand in it and stay stuck in it. Because our story's it's not for us.
Yes.
It's for other people. It was for us to go through and learn the lessons, right? But it's now for us to take those lessons and share those lessons. I mean, I share every day how I was able to release a lot of weight, right? And keep it off, because there's a
Yes.
lot of people out there that can't do that. And you have to just share. I mean, that's what it's all about. So I love that you're doing that, and empowering people to just be, to be better,
Yes.
through healing, and just when you're telling those stories too, it is a healing process, I think, for everyone as well. Sometimes we don't realize that our story might still be kind of stuck, and when we start to write it and start to tell that story, a lot of emotions come out. So, in working in the anthology world like you are, you've got a lot of different people that you're working with. You've got a lot of different personalities, things like that. How has that been for you with working with, multiple authors, and, them going through life, right? And, still being able to move through and tell their stories and heal and things. How has that been for you?
It's been so great when I did the first summit, just meeting people who would come on my interest calls. I got to meet people I would never have met otherwise. And everyone has such interesting backgrounds that they have, again, been through. For
Mhm.
me, I was inspired. And as I'm trying to inspire the audience, I'm being inspired by the other speakers. So it was really great for me because I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people. So I am totally out of my comfort zone in all of this, even though you may not be able to tell, but I am totally out
Mhm.
of my comfort zone. But to be welcoming to others and then to them to welcome me and allow me to help them share their story has been great. And the fact that it's all pre-recorded, they are able to record it in whatever way they want to tell the story. I know
Mhm.
I had one person told me I had to re-record 15 times because I couldn't get it all out. But that helps people be who they want to be and tell the story the way they want to tell their story.
Yeah.
But every person, from trauma, from abuse, all the way to those of us who may not think we've had any trauma, it's been phenomenal. And again, I appreciate every single person who came on my stage last time and those who are going to come on my stage this time. And I'm looking forward to meeting other ambitious women who want to be co-authors in the book.
Oh, wow. Just so powerful, I tell you. So now we are going to break for another commercial break. Be right back.
Wait, you want some more? Wait, you want some more? Okay. Wait, you want some more? Wait, you want some more?
I was about to start pop locking backstage here. Right. Oh, it was so much fun. So much fun. So, oh my goodness, just so much amazing, just everything going on for you. I can't wait for you to get out to California. So, now how long are you going to be in California for?
I will be in California for about 4 days, but I'll be in the San Francisco area.
Okay, okay. I may have to go ahead and take a drive. It's about 8 to 10 hours,
Oh, that's far. Oh my goodness.
but we may have to go ahead and do a little staycation or something like that. That would be awesome.
Yes.
So now I know that just again with juggling all these things, everything, I still don't understand how you're doing it, to tell you the truth. But is there any words of encouragement, any words of wisdom that you want to share, with our audience? Gosh, yeah.
So I would say, and I also suffer from imposter syndrome, and that brings forth a layer of procrastination and perfectionism. What I had to do, and that comes along with the control piece and the outsourcing, is that I have to just let it go, just go with it. It
Mhm.
may not be perfect the way I would have envisioned it, but once you do it once, you can do it again and again. So it's not like it's a once and done anything you do. I heard it was a Brian Oles of the Black Speakers Network. He said the first time you do anything, it's going to really suck. So just get it over with, take the lessons learned, and know how to improve it the next time, because now you have a baseline. And I've been
Wow.
really big about letting things go and just go with it. And as I watch other people do it, now I'm a student, not just a
Mhm.
participant. I'm a student and an observer to say, wow, ooh, that was good what they did. I might do that next time. And the
Yeah,
great thing about having your own book, your own stage, is that you can do whatever you want. It's yours.
that's
You
right.
are not privy to being on someone else's stage where they're telling you what you can and cannot do. And I had to think about that. I'm like, yeah, that's right. If I want to do it this way, I can. So I
Right.
would say to everyone, if you're thinking about doing something, just get started. Just think it won't be perfect, it won't be great, but people don't know what to expect.
That's right.
They will think whatever it is you did was great. Even though you could have done this, and this differently, it doesn't matter. You can do
That's right.
all that the next time.
That's
So
right.
go ahead and get started. Stop waiting. Your days are numbered. Every single day we wake up and we thank God. But
That's right.
there's some people who don't have that chance. So
Right.
I think about that every single time I get up. Even though I may have only gotten 3 hours of sleep, I was able to wake up again and keep moving with my goals and keep stepping out of my comfort zone, because I
Yes.
want to serve others, because they need to hear my voice. And I
Yes.
want to be able to make this a better world than when I leave it, than how it was when I was in it. That's my advice.
That's right. And there's one thing that really just, and a lot of things that stood out, but one thing that really stood out to me right now is, stepping out there and doing what you got to do, doing what you need to do, because you said you're an introvert. How are you an introvert? And you're showing up on all these platforms, all these stages, in person, virtually. You're writing in books. You're doing all these magnificent things because you're out of your comfort zone. And that's where the magic happens, is getting out of our own way. I mean, that is the best advice. Everyone, just stop standing in your own way. Just jump. It don't have to be perfect, just like Dr. Elizabeth said. It don't have to be perfect because nobody else knows if it was perfect or not.
That's right.
Right? Stop being a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist too. Okay. So I go back and I look at my stuff now and I'm just like, and I'll laugh. And I just, man, why'd I do that? But nobody realized that I do it but me.
That's right. And people can see the growth.
They
People are
can.
encouraging. They want to see us do well, grow, and learn and excel. So to go back
That's
and
right.
look at what I did a year ago as far as my videos and virtual events, I'm like, whew. But I can say, oh my goodness, I have come a long way.
That's
I'm
right.
showing growth. That means it
That's
is
right.
possible in anything that we do.
Anything that we do. Anything. I'm looking at it. Look, I'm looking at myself on the screen right here going, oh my gosh, a year and a half ago, you would have never.
Exactly.
I was shaking in my boots trying to get out here. Marisa said, so whenever you have that friend that wants to continue to push you and wants to continue to just help you grow, let them help you grow as well.
Yeah,
Because
it's the
that's very
accountability is very
important.
important.
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Elizabeth, it has been just amazing having you on again. And just everything that you're doing is so magnificent. I am looking forward to having you on again in a few months to see what other
Yeah.
magnificent things that you have going on. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining us today on
Thank
this
you.
Tuesday morning. Have a magnificent week. This is PFF Magazine taking center stage on Own It, and we are out of here. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.